Good evening. Hey, I wanted to pop on and share something. Um, I was talking with one of my daughters today, and we were talking about something, and this was hours ago, and I want to talk about it. So we were talking about, I was just saying, like, hey, let's talk about like be yourself. So, like, what does that look like? And, just talking about different things. And she said, you know what I noticed? And she said, many times in life, people are playing a character that's not even themselves. And it's pretending to be somebody or something that you're not. And so I lived in Las Vegas for 16 and a half years, and I lived a Las Vegas life. And so it's very easy for me to understand what she is saying with some of this people playing a character that they're not, but it goes deeper. And so like you're pretending to be somebody that's not even you, right? And so we talked about a few different ways, and we also talked about ways to connect back to being you. And so I want to share a few of those things with you. So the first thing that comes up for me is I said, let's talk about your upbringing, let's talk about your childhood. And then I talked about things that I thought would have been much different if I wasn't so persistent on a religion that I was brought up in. And I was just saying, like, so let's just talk about religion really quickly. So, with religion, I was brought up in a certain religion and I do not practice that religion. And so, many times, I feel like people assume that I'm looking for something or I couldn't find something there or that I don't love God or I don't love Jesus. And it's none of that. None of that's true. I'm being me. I'm being April. And God loves nothing more than when his children is themselves. And I have a great relationship with my Father in heaven. And I love Jesus' example. And so it's nothing like what when I've been in church buildings and I've heard people say so and so doesn't go to church anymore. That's so sad. They're not receiving these blessings, or I feel so bad for them. And it's like, please don't feel bad for me. I am genuinely a happy, blessed, and I emphasize blessed. I'm an extremely blessed girl. And I say that with a sincere, loving heart, no disrespect. And so when I had stepped away from that religion, it I wasn't doing it to put people down or to hurt people's feelings. And it took a minute to just like even even like here's a silly example because I don't even think about it. Even just wearing like tank tops. I was actually cold is why I put the sweater on. I wasn't trying to like cover up. Um, However, to some people they may judge that, and that's their choice. Judging is a choice, so I can't get it back zipped up. Um, However, some people would be like, oh, she must not be doing what she's supposed to be doing. Because in certain religions, you wear a certain kind of clothing or you dress a certain way. And so, what happens when somebody leaves certain religions is things change. And it takes a minute sometimes for people to adjust. And other people, they just like slide right into whatever it is. And so it looks different for other people. So I do remember like being a character for many years that wasn't me. And so I was playing a role in my life that just wasn't me. And so it's taken me, you know, we always are discovering new aspects of our life. Like, what do I enjoy doing? What do I like? I mean, I know myself very well because I've taken the time to spend it with myself. And let me just say, I don't always enjoy spending time with myself, especially when I'm in a crappy mood, right? I'm human. And so, in a world that we live in nowadays, you could be whatever you want. You really can because you could get fake body parts, you could get fake butts, you could get fake boobs, you could cut off skin, you could get fake hair, you could get whatever you want. Crazy, right? However, at the end of the day, well, and every day, all day, you have that soul inside of you. You're in there. And so why put the effort into being somebody you're not? Why live a life that you think you're making somebody else feel comfortable? Why do you care if they're comfortable? This is your life, okay? And the truth is, they're probably not even paying attention to what's going on with you, anyways. So it's just like, how can you be more connected with yourself? And what are some steps you could take to be connected with yourself and stay connected with yourself? And so some ideas that we were thinking about is, what are some things you enjoy doing? And I did want to talk about that dark side because I have a little note over here to talk about the dark side. And so some things you enjoy doing. And so like just start with something simple, with a feeling. Like there's a feeling that's very tangible for me. However, I create it in another country. And it's a country that I don't even talk about on Facebook, and I don't even talk about it in general because it's like something that's mine. So I don't want to. So there are some countries I visit often, and there are some that I visit and I don't talk about. And why do I do that? Because it's nice to have something of your own, right? Or to feel like it's your own. It's not my own. So anyways, there's a specific place, a specific scene, a specific something that I have, it's tangible in my head, and that's something that brings me to just a good feeling. So since that's vague, let's go with think of something you like, simple, taking a bath, taking a walk, staring at the clouds, whatever it is, and do more things that bring you closer to you. So let me see. And instead of making like a list, I'll talk about this another time. Instead of making a list, it's creating a feeling. So that's for something else. So let's work on don't judge it and don't judge others. That's something always that's good to work on. And I'm getting really good at that. Like I'm just so in my own lane that that's all that I can be in sometimes because lots comes in my lane and then I get to help or be a, what's the word? Like an advocate for other people. Because when you're in a place where you've done things and you know things, not only is it the right thing to advocate for somebody who doesn't know how to do things, you could say navigate the way, show people the way, or whatever. It's just a part of who I am. And so, oh, my daughter did mention this one, and this was good. She said, be yourself or run from yourself. Listen, you could run, but you can't hide because when you go to bed every night, there you are. Take a shower, there you are. So you can't really run from yourself. I mean, you can. It's just why, And really, like, actually, when you find out who you are and you love yourself and you just keep pouring more love into you and stop pretending or caring what other people think and stop feeling like you have to explain things. Do you really have to stop and explain to somebody who's going somewhere you used to go why you don't go anymore? No. Do they stop and explain to you why they're not doing something anymore? No, because that's not real life. That's just caught up in a circle of one little thing. Like there's so many things going on. So, where makes you happy and why? And I wrote 1, 2, 3. 3 things. What makes me happy, where it is, why. I didn't even have to write why because I already know. So anyways, the dark shadow. Yes, I wanted to touch on this real quick. So the dark shadow, it'll help you. It doesn't hurt you. It'll heal you. And I'm not sure if people understand what the dark shadow is. So it's like the opposite of the light. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing on many ways. And so I don't feel like I have time to go into the dark shadow right now. So I'm not. I love you. I hope you guys have a good night. And I really hope that you could just be so comfortable just being you and stop caring what other people think of you. Because guess what? It's none of your business what other people think of you. And that is the truth. I love you and have a great, amazing night.